Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tech Gamers World. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a 3-month follow-up review of the NYXI HYPERION Pro Purple Wireless Joypad for the Nintendo Switch. So let's get it started. So NYXI Game was nice enough to send me the HYPERION Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch about 3 months ago. They asked me to review it, and I did, and I've been using it ever since. And I gotta tell you, it is a pretty awesome controller. I've been using it pretty much exclusively for the past 3 months. So what do I think about it? Well, here it is. So this is the NYXI controller. This is the HYPERION Pro wireless controller, also known as a joypad for the Nintendo Switch. I have an OLED Nintendo Switch here that I use it with. And it is a really nice controller. Some of the things I love about it is obviously one of my favorite things is the color changing LED lights. So you've got different colors here. Purple, we'll set that side as purple. We'll make this side as something easy to see. Blue, you can change it to a variety of colors, or you can have the breathing mode where it reacts to the ambient noise around it. I love how lightweight this controller is. It definitely has a much lighter weight and feel than the OEM products that come with the Nintendo Switch, including the Pro controller. The battery life on this thing is amazing. I use it a lot, like I said, for long haul gaming, whether I'm live streaming on Twitch or just playing multiplayer games with my friends, or playing RPG games like The Legend of Zelda for hours on end. I've gone 4, maybe 6 hours with it, and the batteries have not died, which is really awesome because that's super important when you're playing a game. You don't want the batteries dying mid-game and having to pause, or God forbid you can't pause if you're playing a live stream or a multiplayer game. So battery life is super important to me, and this controller has excellent battery life. The controllers and buttons are very reactive. What you do, it does. This controller does not suffer from any kind of Joy-Con or stick drift whatsoever. I love the feel of the analog sticks. They're just very smooth. It's like literally like butter smooth, and I'm not just saying that. They are literally really good. They have a nice spot for your thumbs. It has that indent in it. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's indented there for your thumbs to sit in. It's just so comfortable. And the ergonomics of this controller are really nice. I love the fact that when I hold it, it fits in the palms of my hand perfectly. These curves here fit nicely into the palms of my hand, and I've got pretty big hands. I'm a pretty tall guy. So I love the feel. I love that when I bend my thumb, I don't have to make that like super arching bend for the Joy-Cons, Nintendo Joy-Cons, that you have to do where you're bending your thumb like this to reach the buttons, the directional buttons there, because this has that more ergonomic feel. It's got the back for where you can put your fingers to hit the buttons back here. You can assign, obviously, these buttons back here can be assigned through the memory feature. And the vibration in these, the haptic feedback, is really nice. You can set it at different levels. So I like to feel, that vibration when I'm playing games. And I set it at different levels depending on which game I'm playing, which is really cool. The buttons, like I said, they work very well. There's no sticking. They don't get stuck. You've got these bright LED lights behind everything, the A, B, Y, and X. I mean, look how bright they are. And this has got lighting. I've got lighting above here shining down on it, yet you can still see the lights in them, which is pretty cool. The mount makes for a very nice use because it turns it into a full controller, which is great. And because it's all made of plastic, it is very lightweight, and the battery, it literally feels like you're not even holding it in your hand. It's that light. It just really is a good controller. I've been using this a lot for fast-paced action games, and including more technically challenging games. I've been playing a lot of Super Mario Maker 2 Kaizo Mario levels, which if you're not familiar with what Kaizo Mario is, it's a technically challenging custom-made levels for the Super Mario Brothers games. And they are a lot of fun, but they are really hard, and they require very precise timing to complete jumps and keep moving. So this controller fits that bill. It's got the Bluetooth wireless connection to the Nintendo Switch here. As you can see, everything's connected up. And it is latency free, of course. And it's just awesome. Some of the things I think that could be changed on the controller is the mount. I've noticed that when you have the controllers in the mount, they flex a little bit. You can see it here. You see where if you watch the gap, you see how it moves, and the same this way. I think I don't want to say it's a manufacturing defect, but it's probably the design of either the slide rail being out too far, slightly too small, or the rail in here, I know it's hard to see because it's so small, might be out too far, and that's what gives it that play, because it's the same on both controllers. Now, if you look similar on the Nintendo Joy-Con mount, which I've got here, the Joy-Con mount, when you put it in, sits nice and sturdy, and it doesn't flex like the other one does, which makes me think that their tolerances are probably a little bit different to get that more fit feel. And like I said, I can show you what I was talking about before with the thing I don't like about the Joy-Cons is look how much I gotta bend my thumb to get to the D-pad buttons versus this one. Because of the ergonomics here, I can get my thumb like that, which I love that. That's huge to me. One of the things I think NYXI game could adjust on these controllers, I don't want to say fix because I don't really consider it a design flaw, but it's just a preference, the charging. So if you look on the bottom here, you have to charge each of these controllers separately through a USB-C cable. So obviously when the controller is not connected to the Switch, you're playing it in this. If these start to die, the battery controllers and the batteries start to die, you have to charge each one separately, which having to connect two USB-C cables to the controller when you're playing it like this is problematic. I'm not gonna lie there. What I would have liked to have seen, especially for someone like me who's, a long haul gamer, when you're live streaming or playing in a multiplayer game or a RPG game, you don't want to have to be dealing with two different cables. What I would have liked to have seen is maybe in the mount, have a USB-C port up here, and then send the electrical down through the mount, through to the controllers, so that you can have one cable to connect, similar to what like a Pro controller has, where it's just the USB-C on the top, just so that it would be much easier to charge it. Because like I said, I've got, various ways to charge it. You can see back here, I've got a USB hub I can charge it through. I've got another one there for various systems. So it's not a matter of getting the cabling there. It's just, I'd have to have two of them when I really only need one. So that is something I would like to see fixed. But, overall, I think it's an awesome controller. I love how lightweight it is. The ergonomic design, the bright, vibrant LED lighting that can be changed and customized, the bright lighting behind the ABYX, the reactiveness of the buttons on the top, the memory buttons on the back, and the haptic vibration is just awesome. NYXI game was nice enough to give me a 10% discount code for my viewers, which is in the description for this video. It is the pinned comment as well. So you should definitely check it out if you're interested in getting a third-party controller for your Nintendo Switch that is not prone to stick drift or Joy-Con drift like the Nintendo line of Joy-Cons is notorious for. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please drop it down below, and I will do my best to get it answered and help you out, as always. Thanks a lot, everybody, and I will see you around. Keep on gaming.